Hey, this is Don from Padlock Technologies again with another video. Got the hoodie on black this time, not the navy blue, but we're here with another video. Got a question of SD-WAN question actually, and we're going to talk about TLOC extensions, what they are, why you would use them. Most people do not use them, but it is a option that you can configure in SD-WAN. So I'm going to explain what it is from a theory standpoint, and then tell you from a design standpoint what you would use them for. So let's get down to the whiteboard here. And we're going to talk about TLOC extensions. TLOC extensions. So what TLOC extensions are, basically, let's say you have SD router 1, so R1, and then we have SDR2, and I'm going to draw a couple things here. You got white, you got red, and let's say we have a core switch down here somewhere. Core switch that connects to both. And then you have ISP2, ISP1. All right, so this would be a basic SD-WAN setup, multi-device setup here. Core device is probably going to be a stack switch or something like that. So let me just put a line there for stack so you know it's not a single switch. So what a TLOC extension is, if you don't know what a TLOC is, a TLOC route is basically a route for SD-WAN, which is basically the ID, our system IP, the prefix, and the color. All right. So for this, say this color was biz internet, and you called this one public internet. All right, that's the color you gave it. Now you can assign any color you want in the SD-WAN platform, but these are ones that I see the most, stuff like this. You can even hook in MPLS, but that's a whole nother topic. So what is the problem here? Well, the main problem here is if one of these ISPs goes down, you kind of lose access to the router itself. You can't really get there, because if you restrict your TLOCs, or you restrict your color, sorry, you can only form tunnels with matching colors, right? So public internet will go to public internet only color, and then business internet will only go to business internet color. So what TLOC extensions allows you to do, now the significance here is this section in the middle with the white and red line. This is the significance of this. What TLOC extensions allow you to do is extend I would say the connection on the other router and make it seem like it's directly connected to you. So let's say this was biz internet, you would do a TLOC extension. So now SDR1 would have public internet, and then SDR2 would have biz internet. So it would look like, I'll just put INET, it would look like both routers are dual home to its respective IP. So SDR1 or ISP, sorry, SDR1 would look like I have a connection to ISP1 and I have a connection to ISP2, and then you would form your, I don't want to say adjacencies, but you would form your site-to-site tunnels based on these colors, right? So now instead of having one, I have two connections, but to the other routers that are not doing TLOC extensions, I think that the public internet color that's on SDR1 is directly connected to ISP2, right? I don't know that I'm technically going through SDR1, SDR2, and then I'm utilizing the ISP2 connection through SDR2. Same thing, vice versa. I have a public internet connection on SDR2, but it's going through SDR1 and using SDR1's internet connection. To the outside world, to the other routers in the fabric, it just looks like I have two connections based on the colors, right? Based on the two colors. Now, why would you do this? Well, you would do this in a situation where you do not have, or you cannot afford to have, dual home direct connections to the ISP, right? One has to have on SDR2 has one, SDR1 has one, but you want to utilize both connections. So this would actually look like this. You would do this if this disappeared. Let me make sure that's the eraser yet. If this wasn't around, all right? If it was like that, well, then now you need to go and do the TLOC extensions, right? Because if you don't have the TLOC extensions, if ISP1 goes down, well, SDR1 is pretty much out of the question. You can't get there. That technically goes down, right? If ISP2 goes down, then SDR2 goes down. But when you add this back in here, I should use red on that. But when you add this back in here, even if ISP1 goes down, you can still get to SDR2's TLOC routes via ISP2 via this TLOC extension. Pretty much that's what TLOC extensions are. Do people use TLOC extensions in the real world? I have very rarely seen people use TLOC extensions. Why? Because most from a design, this is from a design perspective, you're going to do either dual home ISPs or you're just going to do, you're just going to do VRRP between the two and let VRRP handle your next hop. So either it's going to be SDR1 or SDR2. That's normally what you would do. Or again, you would have it in a way where SDR1 and 2 are connected to each other's ISP, probably have a switch somewhere in the middle. So you have a switch here, and then dual home that way and dual home this way. All right. So now you can use ISP 1 and 2 without utilizing the TLOC extension. So this would technically be gone. All right. So you wouldn't need to do any of this. Because here's the deal. Let's say that's what normally you would do. Because if you do the TLOC extension and the partner router that you're doing TLOC extension with goes down, well, then you lose the whole TLOC extension altogether, right? From a power standpoint. If SDR2 goes down, well, now you don't have this, and I keep having to redraw this, but so if SDR2 goes down, well, then my public internet connection, TLOC, goes down with it for SDR1, right? So we're back to single anyway. So that's why people don't use TLOC extensions really, but it is a feature that you can configure in SD-WAN. So hopefully that answers your question. Like I said before, people don't really do TLOC extensions, but you know, I've seen it sold and I had to pull the CE or the SE back and say, hey, be careful selling TLOC extensions or even selling SD-WAN with that feature, because in the real world, nobody really does that, right? It's more hassle than not. So again, this is Don from Padlock Technologies. Hope this video was informative. Don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you and have a nice day.